Now over to this team that we did kind of stumped Oklahoma State all the way out, and BYU is shocking us right and left, and look like they got a chance at covering the conference. I mean, they just look awesome in every angle. So in this game, they're favored by a big 9.5. I don't really like giving up points with BYU because you really don't know which. I like taking BYU on the plus side of things because we all know, and in case there's any young cappers in here that don't know what goes on at BYU, but those guys, Mormon school and got to go do their thing, so they're a lot older, a lot more mature than most college teams. So they're kind of tricky on how those guys function. Total wise, it's really up in the air too. I mean, Oklahoma State struggles on offense, plays solid defense. BYU kind of the same thing right there. Sometimes when you get two teams so similar, two positives make a negative or two negatives make a positive. This game could go over or far under. But is it a side or a total? Anybody like in this one?
Yeah, guys, boss. I mean, yeah, over the years, Oklahoma State's always been that grind horse defense, man. Mike Gundy, a guy that's a very respectable coach that, I've backed a couple times. And, at the end of the day, I've been starting to regret it this year, man. I think Mike Gundy might be a little bit past. I don't know what's going on here, boss, with him. I know you're a big Gundy guy, but, man, he's got to get this team on track. He needs to find a quarterback. I don't know why. That's his problem. He can never find a quarterback over there. Bringing in Alan Bowman. Boss, I don't think I've ever blown you up as much as I did in that game against Oklahoma State and Kansas State. The Alan Bowman was just unreal. You're probably, man, Wine Time's just having it right now, dude. Like they cost me a lot of money in that game, man. Mike Gundy coming off a loss, man. And since then, I'm not going to back him. I can't do it. BYU, who knew they were going to be 6-0, the number 13 team in the nation? Boss talks about it. These Mormon kids over there, they're good athletes, man. They've got good fans that come out to the games, and these guys are a little bit older and a little bit more mature. They get married at 18. They're having kids at 19, and and they're out there playing football. So at the end of the day, this is going to be a good matchup. This is a game that Oklahoma State, if you told me at the beginning of the year that Oklahoma State was going to be getting a 9.5 against BYU, I would say take everything on Oklahoma State money line. Knowing what I know now, Mike Gundy has had a week off to prepare for this game, man. I hope he comes out with a good game plan, man, because he needs to get this win here for this team, honestly, just to have some life in that program and for the fans. But I'm gonna say a forget about it game.
Ooh, what about you, JT?
Yeah, no, Wine's right about that on the Oklahoma State side, man. They're going to have to come out and show out on this game right here. BYU, a good matchup right here. You have they're 50-50 on the over, right? You have Oklahoma State that's 1-1 at home, on the over, and you have 1-1 away, and you have BYU that's 1-1 over at home, right? So the weather's going to be cold. I don't know if it's going to be whipping everywhere. I don't know if it's going to be raining, but I believe it's going to be like 42, something like that degrees over there. But yeah, I believe there's going to be points scored, but it can be still probably like in the third quarter or something that I'm looking at. So I don't know, man. I took the under 55.5 in the game. I got a 53. I believe right now it's at a 52. But yeah, I took the under 55.5. I really can't say too much about this game right now. I just feel like with the weather play, with the 50-50 on the over, with how important this game is for Oklahoma State, like Wine just broke down, I believe this game is going to be a good defensive game as well. The number,
Yeah,
I feel like the total will get there. It will get as far as like 50. I got a 53. I feel like it can get to 50-51. It is, I believe, at 52 when I checked earlier, but I took the under 55.5 a few days ago.
I like what you're saying right there, and I was totally off this game, but this is what tailgate talks is for because it's pushing me more onto Oklahoma State. 3 losses in a row, coming off a bye. Despite you got to travel to BYU, you get the
Right, right.
coach like Gundy could create an urgency amongst his team that can get them over the mark in BYU. I'd probably be a upset of the day. It's coming on late. You got a couple little dynamics to it. So I don't know. I think money line on Oklahoma State seems kind of nice, but 9.5 starting to look even better. So I think I'm gonna wait till the last minute on this one. I mean, if if the sharps don't jump in and take it down to like 8 or something like that, I'll leave it alone. But if it hits 10.5 for sure, I'm on Oklahoma State right here, and that's just coming off of this show right here. So now that I'm aboard on this one, I guess we're gonna go ahead and call this one a betted. Oh yeah.